13, 14, 15, 16, I played all day long League. And it's hard to get off those learned habits, you know?
Yes.
So I really hope to find a way to really improve and know what to focus on, because sometimes I think theoretically I know things and then in game I struggle.
What's going on, guys? Besides here, in today's video we're gonna learn how to play AD carry from the laning phase, zoning, matchups, and you're gonna have a bit of the macro as well. So if you truly want to get better below Grandmaster, this video is gonna be your blueprint to win more games in SoloQ. You're gonna learn so much about laning phase, wave management, and more. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, you gotta subscribe as fast as possible. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell if you're AD carry main and you truly want to get better. If you want to get better, check out my coaching as well. This guy booked coaching session, and after a week he got from gold to platinum immediately. Enjoy. Let's see. So the first indicator, we're gonna see OPGG. Let's see OPGG first. So barrier. So I'm gonna spell usage. Let's see. So against Ashe Sejuani, you should take cleanse immediately. Here, against Leona, immediately you should go cleanse. Maybe you're thinking that you're Ezreal and you have your E, but it's still, if they catch you, you're just dead. That's the first mistake you're doing right here. You're just over prioritizing getting barrier, which is a very OP summon spell, and there are a lot of challenger players that they prioritize barrier because it's 3 minutes cooldown and it got buffed like 3 patches ago. The problem is that if you're gonna do a bit of research, the viable option are barrier. Well, TP I don't recommend you in SoloQ. It's good after Grandmaster on tempo lane, but I don't recommend you below Masters. And we will see that in specific matchups, some of the players will opt for cleanse. And these are the matchups where Leona, even here against Seraphim, her ulti is very, very big. If it's just Shen, I wouldn't get it. It's too forced. Like, let's say here they don't have Leona, and let's say they have Yumi, I wouldn't take cleanse just for Ahri because we're Ezreal. But okay, Leona is a bit, you know. So you're a bit forcing with the barrier for now, and just, okay, here you took cleanse against Samu. We should just take cleanse a bit more. Second of all, we need to see your runes and your builds. There are pro players. Please? Yes?
Sorry. Do you write those things down? Should I do?
The session is all recorded, so if you want to see it again, you can just see it. I will put it unlisted on private on YouTube. You're gonna get the link, so don't worry about that. Because I can write, but then it's gonna take forever to, you know, so we need to be efficient with the time. Okay, that's first of all. Second of all, runes. First strike, PTA, Conqueror. PTA in 60% of the cases, no, actually 50% of the cases. Conqueror in 40% of the cases, 10% of the cases first strike, but I don't recommend you unless you play like mid. So as you can see, there are players that take Conqueror, and this is gonna be against tanks. So if you see you get PTA and you play against Sejuani, you lost because you don't have damage. Look at, oh, I knew it, right? The Karma did more damage than well. A 4-9 Karma did as much damage as an Ezra. Like, that sounds very stupid, right? Because you just don't have good runes. It's really good to get PTA if they don't have tanks. So if you see Sejuani, insta-conk. If they have like a Darius top lane, and it's just him, and they have just one bruiser, you can go for the press the attack. But if they have 2 bruisers, like they have Darius top lane and jungle, they have like bruiser in the jungle. Okay, let's just open the draft. Yes, so if they have like a target that builds a bit tanky, Jarvan, Darius top. They don't have a big tank, but they have 2 bruisers, so still go Conqueror, right? Or if they have like, okay, sure, if they have Ornn top, it's a no-brainer. You always go Conqueror, or Mundo, or Sejuani jungle, it's a no-brainer. So here, definitely Conqueror. Here, they have Leona and Renekton Viego, definitely Conqueror. So you see, you have a lot of games. I don't know if you lost it because of that, but it can be a big thing on Ezreal specifically. Okay, so we talked about that. Let's see the runes. So on the runes, I expect 3 things. 1, I expect you to adapt your runes. So this is always good on Ezreal. We don't even talk about presence of mind. Ability haste is always good on Ezreal. So I want to see that you take this. And then between these two is preference. No, sorry. It's composition wise. This you take against a lot of squishies. This you take against a lot of bruisers and HP. So there is that. So I expect you to take this and this depending on the game. These 2 are always good, and I expect you to take always HP because you play solo. Let's see if you do it. And of course, the most important thing, the Conqueror. But we talked about that already, and that's a mistake. Let's check. So first mistake, boom. Easy. This one is really good if you play like with Yumi, against a Yumi. I don't know. I'm gonna scale, chill. The problem is that in SoloQ, I'm gonna scale GG is not applicable, because how many games you have after 35 minutes, 26 minutes, 15 minutes, 27 minutes, 17 minutes, 26 minutes. You see, like, it's a lot of games where it's like, I'm gonna scale, guys, kind of thing. It's not realistic. Yes, if you ask a pro player, he will start talking with you about, you play a tempo lane, you play Ezreal Yumi against Sivir, you should always go scaling, or there is no threat and they don't have Nautilus, or they have a safe AD carry like a Twitch, you want to get scaling. Are you an AD carry main struggling to make an impact in your games? Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase, just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett. Both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Vizai.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play against. But I'm not here to coach you in LCK or LCS. I'm here to tell you that you're playing in Emerald. If you want to get better in SoloQ specifically, you have to get some SoloQ mindset. Very good. So always this. And then this one, we talked about this or this, depending. This is always fine. Okay, this is bad. The haste is really nice because you're going to get up to a point where at 2 items you can spam Q, and you know that your Q decreases your cooldown of your E with how much? Hitting the Q. Decreases the cooldown. Okay, a second and a half. So ability haste is very nice when you have this stack. And then this and this, it depends on the comp. So usually if they have tanks, I told you this one. If not, and you want to play for lane, then you should go with this one. And then, okay, we talked about very soon here. So tank, Sejuani, a no-brainer. Cut down is better. Are you familiar with what they do each?
I never think about it too much, to be honest.
Okay. So this one is doing more damage when they have less than 40%, and this one is good if they have like more than 60%. So bottom line is, if they have tanks and they have healthy people like a lot of HP, you always get this. If not, then always get coup de grace. So for example, Renekton, Viego, Leona, cut down. Shen, Warwick, Diana, Nila. Okay, so Shen, Warwick, they have 2 bruisers. You can go cut down. You could also go coup de grace if you have an engaged support and you want to play for lane. Like with a Nautilus here, since they don't have a huge tanks, I would probably go coup de grace. Why?
What does it make?
The coup de grace? The coup de grace does more. It helps you to do more damage when they are less than 40%.
I thought it's the right one.
So what I'm saying is basically, if they have tanks, you always go for cut down. If not, then you always go for coup de grace. If you're not sure, and let's say they have this like Shen. Shen is not really a big tank, and they have like, let's say, yeah, they like, okay, Javan is a bit tanky. Viego is okay. They have like Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao is not squishy, but it's not tanky. In this case, you can think about, yes, I usually go cut down. But there are some lanes where, let's say, you play against a very safe laney phase, Twitch with, I don't know, Khan, Yumi, Janna, and you have a Blitzcrank, and you can say, yes, I know they have 2 bruisers. I could go for the tanky rune, which is this one. But I'm intentionally going for coup de grace because I know that with the Blitzcrank, we can play super aggressive, and the fact that I get more damage on the coup de grace, it can help me in the lane phase. But that's just an exception. Okay, and this one right here, you should never get this one. This one is viable, but I wouldn't take this. I wouldn't take. And then this I wouldn't take. And then this one is... it's okay, like this one is viable, but really what you should do is this two, or this and this. Why? It's because this is going to give you ability haste and adaptive force for each different stack you get, each different stat you get. What do I mean? Well, if you get, let's say, Trinity, you get attack damage, attack speed, health, haste. That's like 4 stacks. Exactly. Yeah, so you get a lot of stacks. So that's why you're going to do a bit of research. Boom, Ooga Booga. This one. Boom, Ooga Booga. Boom, Ooga. Like, you're just going to see a lot of this, yes? A lot of this. Okay. Good. So we have some runes, some summoner spells. We talked about it. Itemization is going to be a bit complex and champion dependent. But we will see very soon. Okay, perfect. Tell me, I play Lucian and you coach me. Let's say I am bronze. Let's say I'm bronze 2 and I'm a Yumi main. And you need to coach me. I want to play Lucian, and you need to tell me, like you're coaching me right now, and you need to tell me, hey man, I have 3 games on Lucian. I know my combo is okay, like some combos, of course. But tell me, how am I supposed to play? What are the most important things on these champs? What do you tell me?
On Lucian specifically?
Mm-hmm.
One question. Using Conqueror against tanks never is his thing on Lucian, right?
Yes, that's only on the Ezreal. Yes.
Everything. Okay.
Yes.
Because there are some champs, like Lucian must be the best example, I guess.
Yes, PTA
where it's
user.
never a thing. Or like Smolder will always go for fleet.
There are some combination with grasp as well.
The grasp,
yeah. So the only thing you can do is like do your research. Like what I do is the following research. This is it. First research is I go on OTP tricks GG. I see what the one trick ponies challenger players take here. And I just check what they do, the build and everything. And after I do my research on this, I do my research on UGG one trick ponies. Then I deselect one trick ponies so I see what the pro players do. I just scan. And then after I scan here, I go on OPGG Lucian and I look at the best 5 players in Grandmaster on Lucian, best 5 in Neo West, and then best 5 players Grandmaster on Korea. That's how I do my research. So do you kind of need to get yourself updated? If you do the coaching sessions, I will update you. For Lucian, it's only PTA right now, 90% of the cases, and barrier cleanse, and the build is majority of the cases with the Essence River Infinity or Essence River Lord Doms if you need it, or there is a third build with the Rapid Fire Cannon, which is less common. So that's basically...
No, I always go Navori. Like
Navori first. That's not bad. It's also a viable option. It's not... but if you're ahead, Infinity Edge is good. If they have a lot of squishes, Infinity Edge is good. If you know you need to kite and need your E a lot, like let's say they have Ornn, Pantheon, stuff that jump on you, then Navori is superior. So you see, it's a bit like kind of have to have a thought process. But it's not a big deal if you don't have. We're going to see things that you do in the game that if you do them, it can just break your game. So there is that.
Okay, so back on your question, I'd say it's the most important to use your passive with the press the attack for short trades, and for longer trades, maybe use... I mean, you're short range, so when you fight, you should be like really committed, not try to get... It's hard to, especially versus Jinx, for example, hard to I'm missing the word... like trade a bit of damage. I miss the word. Okay. So do you think you should play to win this lane right now?
Sorry?
I feel like in school right now, not giving the right answer.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Awesome. So let's see. What kind of champion is Lucian? I want you to give me 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses.
So strength must be that he's good in the early game.
Yes, very good.
A weakness is definitely his range. Another weakness is he doesn't scale good. A strength is that his mid game, like 2 or 3 item spike, is good as well, I think, because you are 1 versus most ADCs. I guess you win. Third strength must be that he has the dash with low cooldown, so he's quite mobile.
Okay. We should also know that he's very, very weak from behind. So if you fall behind, it's very difficult to play the game. Okay, good. So we're basically playing to win the lane. We play Lucian Thresh against a Jinx Lulu, and we need to... I mean, it's quite simple. Like this one, you need to play for the hook, right? Because you have a Thresh.
Yeah.
So, so let's say I play Jinx. And I play with a Lulu, and you play Lucian, and you play with the Thresh. So Lucian should play around the hook here. And then Jinx, Lulu, what do they need to play around?
Yeah, probably poke.
Yes, poke, very good. So they need to play for range, for poke. Jinx has good wave clear, pretty decent damage, very nice range, good poke. So they need to play for poke, you need to play for the all-in. In terms of the trash cooldowns, what are the trash cooldowns of the hook?
Depends if he hits. It's like around 10, I guess, and if not, it's very early, around 17, 18, 20 maybe.
Okay, so level 1, saying it's 10 seconds if he hits it, and then 70 seconds if he doesn't hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Lulu cooldown?
Q, I don't know, like 8, 9 seconds maybe.
Yeah, very good. So the range supports, they have like around 8, 9 seconds. Soraka has 9, Lulu has a bit less, it's 7. And the E of Lulu is like around 7 as well, 7, 8 seconds. Okay, so they have slightly less cooldown. So here you're actually wrong. They do have, so the trash actually has a bit more cooldown than you thought. It has 19 seconds. And what you missed here is that it actually gets reduced with 3 seconds if he hits it.
Only
right?
3?
Well,
I thought
it
way
used
more.
it used to be 3, but they actually nerfed it to 2. So now it's even less.
Oh my! So if he hits, he has 17 still.
At level 1, yes, of course. If you're thinking that even he has like
okay.
6, 7 seconds, he has 5 seconds in the later stages.
But honestly, I think I do not count those things too much.
Sorry?
I think I do not count those things too much.
Oh, you don't need to count. You don't need to count. You just need to like have the basic knowledge, which you do, and you kind of need to feel in the game like when they have the hook. We're gonna see very soon. You are pretty close to the cooldowns. This is not bad. It's that if he hits it, be careful because you're gonna think that he has the hook faster. He is actually 20 seconds blitzcrank.
I think Alistar has like 10, 11. It's a bit lower, I guess.
It's a little bit more, so it's 14 seconds for Alistar WQ. Like his Q is usually like he maxes the Q, but both W and Q they have the same cooldown because that otherwise it would make sense. And then Nautilus is
same as Thresh, I would guess.
Not really. He's actually so Nautilus if he hits a target. Well, first of all, it's 14 seconds. Second of all, if he hits a wall, the cooldown gets halved. If he hits a wall, not a champion.
I did not know.
No problem. That's over here. Good. And then so right now, Andy, you need to see yourself like as a like you're Emerald, so you have like 40 pieces of the puzzles, and there are 50 pieces in the puzzle. So I'm here to give you the 10 pieces that you're missing. So this is what this coaching session is gonna do to you, because you will know a lot of things, and then just boom, missing puzzle. We need to find it and we need to give it to you, like things like that. Pike is the best little like low cooldown hooker. Is 10 seconds.
It's 10, 11. Would have
it's really
that,
short. Okay, good. So you want to win the lane phase, you want to play aggressive, they want to play to not lose, but they also can push the wave pretty hard and they can look to poke you. How should they manage the wave, and how should you manage the wave, ideally?
So I should try to freeze a lot, I think, because so we have more room to like chase them, especially with the hook, and they are best in the spot where they push permanently, I think.
Yes, true. Why?
Because they can poke more easy.
Okay, so they want to push and they want to poke. Very, very good, because they have Lulu and they have Jinx, and you want to keep the wave close to your tower because you have a Thresh. With a melee support, they benefit a lot if you try to keep the wave. Actually, you said that you want to freeze the wave into the tower, but that's like it's a bit broad, because the problem is that you just said that Jinx and Lulu want to push, and you just said that you want to freeze here.
It's hard because they have so much wave clear.
Right, they have wave clear, and there is also another problem. Let's see. Lucian, and you play against Jinx with Lulu. Like, let's say you play this matchup. You're here. And you just let them to push. Like, if you try to freeze here, like you said, let's say freeze, what does it mean? We have 5 minions and they have like 9 or 10. With these big minions, they can easily push this and then they can poke you. So this wave phase is fine if you're ahead already. If you're not ahead, they will push you and they will poke you and they will hide behind the minions. So ideally, what you want to have is that you want to keep it in the middle, like this, or a bit towards you. But the most important thing in matchups like this is making sure they don't have a lot of minions. It's either, if you want them to push into you, they have, let's say, 5 minions, and you have 4. So Thresh can go in, or 6 against 5. Because if they have 7 and you have 2, and they get the push, the Thresh is unable to go in. So the most important thing is keeping the waves, in terms of the minions, even or slightly ahead for your side. Like you can have a 6 versus 4 wave, 6 versus 5, 6 versus 3. They can have a 6 versus 5, that's fine, Thresh can still all in, but you should make sure they don't have significantly more minions, because if they do, and our boy tries to do something, the minions are gonna do a lot of damage. So this is the rule of thumb for the lane. Make sure the waves, the minions, match each other. If we have 5, they have 5, or we have slightly more, or they have slightly more. But never, they have a lot more. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
And super important, these rules don't apply at level 1 and at level 2 in the first 3 waves. So I say they don't apply. You trying to, let's say you said keeping the wave here at level 1 is not applicable for this match because they will just poke you. Why is that? This is because Thresh is unable to all in at level 1 and he wants to get level 2. So if you slightly give the push to them and they will just poke you, Thresh is unable to have Flay and Hook, so he just needs to back off and you give them push too easy. So in the very beginning, you need to make sure the Jinx and Lulu doesn't get the push. Why? It's because if they do, you're gonna get poked and the Lucian range, you will suffer. So what I'm saying is that at level 1, if they are good, they will maintain a wave that is slowly pushing into you. Let's say they have 6 minions against 4. This wave is going to allow Jinx to poke you while staying behind the minions, but also Lulu stay in the brush and do the same. So you don't want to give them this. So what do you want in this lane? At level 1.
Attack a lot, maybe use Q on wave.
Yeah, so you want to make sure they don't get pushed, and you want to make sure you are in a position when they have 6 minions against 4, because in that position they either need to back off when they see you walking up with your own wave and trying to walk up and about to like do something on them, or simply the fact that you have more minions, you're gonna get level 2 advantage, so the Thresh is gonna be able to walk up and hook. So to recap, if I'm Jinx here, I want to get the push, not to get level 2 advantage, but to zone Lucian. I want to zone Lucian and I want to poke him while I have a bigger wave. This is also going to allow my support to poke, since I have a range support, and a range support is super happy if I get the... On the side of Lucian, Lucian has a Thresh, so he needs to play for level 2. It's not about level 1 zoning like for Jinx. No, it's about I don't need to give her the push. I need to make sure I get the push so we get level 2 advantage. But once I have it, then I just want to wait Thresh to get 2 and we can just play for that.
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG, and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.